Hello and welcome back to today's episode of the trade deadline featuring Nate Pearson's MLB debut. Right now on your screen, we're going to go over the stats for MLB, AAA, and AA league affiliates. Our best player average-wise is Rowdy Tellez. Our best on-base percentage guy is Travis Shaw with 387, and he's also the best OPS guy with 916. As you can see, the lowest is Joe Panic, and the lowest on-base percentage is Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who is currently injured and on a 60-day DL for only a couple more days. Taking a look at the pitchers, Travis Beegren in 16 2/3 innings has a 1.62 ERA with a 1.2 WHIP. Hunter Strickland not far behind him. Among starting pitchers, Ryan Borucki seems to be struggling the most with a 5.46 ERA and a 1.53 WHIP. And Tanner Roark's having himself a year with a 2.9 ERA and a 1.22 WHIP. And Hyunjin Ryu not far behind him as well. Taking a look at the FIP statistic, as said, Shun Yamaguchi, actually he has the worst FIP of the team of 537. Chase Anderson right behind him at 510, and Borucki with a 506 FIP. Going to AAA now, we're going to look at the stats for AAA guys. Our best average guy is Addison Russell, who we recently signed to a one-year contract, and Kevin Smith right behind him, who was sent down, and Kevin Biggio was recently called up once again. Our best on-base guy is Addison Russell and Kevin Smith. Josh Palacios is there, nice to see that. Highest OPS guy is Addison Russell and Josh Palacios, and Kevin Smith round to the top three. The starting pitchers in AAA seem to be struggling a little bit. Sean Reed Foley, who was supposed to be a September call-up, but who hasn't pitched well, and not much, and 67 1/3 innings pitched, has a 6.42 ERA and a 1.84 WHIP. He's still on the 60-day DL for at least another 2 to 3 months. Anthony Kay is struggling as well with a 5.6 ERA and a 1.71 WHIP. As you can see, Nate Pearson's stats there as well. Taking a look at the FIP category, it's not bad. Sean Reed Foley with a 4.89 FIP, Anthony Kay with a 4.8, Nate Pearson with a 3.46 FIP, who was recently called up to make his MLB debut, which will be featured in today's episode as well. The best average guy in AA New Hampshire is Brock Lundqvist, the left fielder, hitting 289. He's also the leading on-base percentage guy with 396. And as you can probably see, he's tied. He's in second for OPS with 812, as Riley Adams has an 836 OPS. Taking a look at the starting pitchers now in AA. Eric Paradino has the highest at 3.4, and the lowest is 2.1. Simeon Woods Richardson right behind Eric Paradino with a 2.84 ERA. The FIP category, Eric Paradino has the highest FIP of 4.19 and the lowest of 3.24, held by Yency Diaz, and Simeon Woods Richardson right behind him at 3.71. This is our trade block headed into the trade deadline. Most, if not all of them, would be traded in this episode. Ken Giles, Travis Shaw, Tanner Roark, Matt Shoemaker, Chase Anderson, and Ben Zobrist round out our top targets. The first trade we made was to the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, where we shipped off Travis Shaw and starting pitcher TJ Zeuch in exchange for Jordan Adams and Joe Gatto. The second trade we made was sending Tanner Roark to the Colorado Rockies in exchange for starting pitcher Yency Almonte and right-handed relief pitcher Jesus Tinico. The next trade we made was sending Matt Shoemaker to the Chicago Cubs for second baseman Trent Giambroni, an ultra utility guy who can play anywhere. And the fourth trade we made was sending Chase Anderson to the Houston Astros in exchange for a shortstop prospect, Greg Kessinger, who can also play second and third at 22 years old. And the final trade we made, probably the biggest trade, was sending Ken Giles to the San Diego Padres in exchange for center fielder Michael Geddes and Canadian pitcher Cal Quantrill. We then went out and re-signed Kevin Smith to a 2-year contract extension worth $1.5 million over 2 years. And welcome back to the Rogers Center, where the 58 52 Blue Jays take on the 35 75 struggling Baltimore Orioles. On the hill and making his MLB debut is the 6'6" 245-pound Nate Pearson. And the first batter he sees is Jose Iglesias, who's going to hit a chopper up the middle, and it's going to be through for a base hit. So the third pitch Pearson throws leads up a base hit, and the next batter he faces is Hanser Alberto, who's going to hit a weak ground ball to right through for another base hit. So it's first and second with nobody out. And Trey Mancini would then strike out on an inside fastball. And that would be Nate Pearson's first Major League strikeout. As the ball would be thrown into the dugout and held on to. That ball would go past Ronald Grichuk for a 2-run double. Renato Nunez is on second with one man out. Full count for Austin Hayes. And he's going to hit an absolute laser to center field. That's going to go off the wall. And over the wall, for a home run. His 16th on the year. And the Orioles are hitting Pearson around. It's 4-0 here in the top of the first inning. John Means would be on the hill for the Orioles. A 5-9 record, a 4.83 ERA, and 108 innings of work. The first batter he sees is Bo Bichette. In the very new leadoff spot, he's going to hit a fly ball to right. That's going to get over the wall for a home run. It's a leadoff home run for Bo Bichette. His 20th on the year, and the Blue Jays are on the board. Rowdy Tellez in the second spot would hit a ball against the shift into left. The ball would not get in quickly as Rowdy Tellez is going to slide into second for a double. As you can see, the starting lineup there for the Blue Jays. Our new revamped lineup, I should say, is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is back in the lineup. And Cavan Biggio was back from AAA. And Billy McKinney's making the start in center field. As you can see, the defensive alignment there. We are 9th in the AL in fielding percentage, so it's not that good. And top of the second, Jose Iglesias up again. Would look at strike 3. 99 miles per hour up and in to end that inning. And here is the Baltimore Orioles defense. They're 4th in the AL with a .990 fielding percentage. Top of the third still, Trey Mancini would then hit a deep fly ball to left. Lourdes Gurriel would just miss it as he leaps over the wall, but can't get to it. That's going to get over the glove. And for a home run, his 27th on the year, it's 5-1. But the Blue Jays won't answer right in the bottom of the inning as Bo Bichette hits another fly ball to right center this time. And that's going to get over the wall again for another home run. His second of the game, his 21st of the season. It's 5-2. With a man on third, it's Tellez and Jansen at the plate. As Jansen's going to hit a no-doubt shot to center field for his 7th home run of the year. And the Blue Jays have made it a game. It's 5-4. Yency Almonte would then come in relief of the struggling Nate Pearson, who's making his first MLB appearance of the season. And with a man on first and second, that would be Trey Mancini driving a ball to opposite field. That's going to go over the wall for a 3-run shot. His 28th in the year, his second of the day. It would extend the lead by that much more. In the bottom of the ninth, and now 10-7 game. Michael Givens on the mound looking for the save. Billy McKinney's going to hit a high fly ball to right. That's caught for out number 1. And Bo Bichette would strike out on a high slider for out number 2. And then Rowdy Tellez would chase a changeup down below the zone for strike 3. And that would end the ball game. The Blue Jays did make a game of it late, but only a couple solo shots made that happen. But it was not enough as the Baltimore Orioles hang on for a 10-7 victory. Nate Pearson would get the loss. And John Means would get the win. And Michael Givens would get the save. And the player of the game for the Blue Jays was Bo Bichette, who had 2 home runs on the day.